Hello everybody, welcome to this SWAYAM NPTEL course on retail management. This is Professor Shagata Chatterjee from VGSOM IIT Kharagpur who is taking this course for you. This is week 6, lecture 29, when we will be discussing image in retail. So, image refers to how a retailer is perceived by customers and others. So, it is basically the customer's point of view about the particular retailing. And why this is becomes very important for a retail sector, because generally retailers are not much differentiable from one retailer to another retailer. There will be similar kind of products, similar kind of services that is being provided, and when that is being provided, a similar kind of services and products are being provided, it is important that you put yourself in a different position. You basically differentiate yourselves over and above the other competitors that you have. And when you are successful to do that, that creates your image. For example, let's say if different retailer might have different levels of image, like Amazon and Flipkart, and let's say Snapdeal or other e-commerce platforms. There will be e-commerce platforms which have image related to very cheap or very huge amount of deals. On the other hand, Amazon is well known for its delivery, for its services. Flipkart is known for its Indian origin product availability. So there can be different kind of e-commerces or different kind of retail sectors as well, which might have different kind of image. And that is achieved through positioning. Positioning refers to how a firm devises its strategies so as to project an image relative to its retail category and its competitor. What does that mean? That means the retail company is trying to put an image in consumer's mind. And when he is trying to create an image in consumer minds, that can be anything in comparison to its competitor, it is using the 4 P's, the price, place, promotion, and product or services in this particular case, to position itself, to give itself an image which is differentiated from the customer, from the competitors, or inside the retail category. Whether I have an image of a market leader, or I have an image of a ethnic product. For example, let's assume Fab India. Fab India, what is the image of Fab India? Fab India's image will be, okay, they are ethnic product seller, they are high-end product seller, the prices will be high, the products will be ethnic or indigenous in nature. They have probably an image of pro-social kind of behavior. You might feel good while buying the product from Fab India, because you might be thinking that, okay, not only it's related to your identity where the matching will happen, you might also think that, okay, by buying indigenous product, I'm actually doing good for my country or my society and etc. The feeling, this kind of feeling you might not get while you will buying in, let's say, Shoppers Stop, which is a high-end, again high-end but multi-brand retail. It has lots of different kinds of products that it has, and it's all the products are high-end, and maximum products are Shoppers Stop's owned only, but there will be a few brands from outside as well. They may be private label brands of Shoppers Stop themselves. What are the products that you will get generally in Shoppers Stop? You will generally get let's say apparel and house furnishing and house decor. These are the major products that you will get in this particular place. You will not get electronics, or you will not get let's say high-end electronics or high-end home furnishings like Godrej and etc., Godrej Interior and etc. Those kind of products you will not get. So every retailer creates its own image, and those images done through the 4 P's that we are talking about in the context of marketing. Now, our overall retail image has different perspectives. The first is customer service, firm's positioning and target market. And then there are in the below there are store location, merchandise attributes and pricing. And in the orange side, that is attributes of physical facilities, shopping experience, customer service, community service and promotional tools. So let's talk about what they are. The below one. The blue ones are store location, merchandise and pricing. These are operational issues. So these are classic, I would say very tangible attributes through which you are trying to position yourself, you are trying to create your image. For example, whether you are located in a community place, or you are located in a business district, or you are located outside the city, that creates an image that gives you an idea that okay, what is the probably the product's pricing, or what kind of products will be available in this particular place. Same pantaloons that is located in, let's say, in a business district where lots of office goers are there, and the same pantaloons which is located in some mall, and the same pantaloon which is located in, let's say, tier 2 city, will have different kind of products in them, different pricing, different services, and the image will also be different. So location of the retail store creates an image. It's like in which zip code you are in. It's even if you are a human being who is staying in a particular place, your image often is defined by, or your socioeconomic status is often defined by what is your zip code. So in a particular locality, people of similar economic background stay. So if you are not staying in that particular locality, you might be probably not in the same economic background. Then comes the merchandise attributes. What kind of products I put? What kind of products I put also creates an identity. For example, the one that I just told, Fab India. What kind of products Fab India put, or what kind of products Amazon keep, or what kind of products Spencer will keep, Mamaearth will keep. These will have different kind of image in the mind of the consumers. And then comes the pricing, whether you go for low end pricing or high end pricing. Same kind of product, let's say pantaloons versus Shoppers Stop, they have similar kind of products in them, but they might have a different image in the consumer's mind just because their pricing is different. In the same mall, there is one side there is pantaloons, another side, or one floor there is Shoppers Stop, and the floor there is pantaloons, but because the pricing is different, because the product that they keep, the merchandise are different, the image is also different. So these are operational issues. Then comes what? Names come the target market, customer service, firm's positioning. These are the broad strategic issues. So these are not tactical issues. These are strategic issues, like how do I want to position myself strategically, or what is my target market, or what are the customer service that I am providing. Now there are certain other issues which also creates your image, which are allied, which are not exactly related to your day-to-day business. For example, advertising. How many advertising you do, what do you advertise, what kind of public relations you do, what kind of personal selling activities you are doing also creates your image. These are not day-to-day activity. Advertisements you do not do every day. Depending on what kind of products are coming in, depending on which particular I would say which particular month is going on. It's a big billion day. If you do lots of big billion day, what kind of image will that put? If you do lots of offers, if you do lots of 60% discount, 80% discount kind of offers all over the year, what kind of image that will create for that particular retail store? So these are not daily activities. These are also certain kind of decisions that you take, which are allied decisions. Similarly, what kind of shopping experience that you provide, whether the people are happy when they come, and whether you give different kind of experience to them, whether there is a availability of, let's say, AR VR facilities in your retail store, whether people can come in and put on the virtual reality kind of tool on their eyes and see that okay, whether they are having a nice experience about the particular retail store or not, whether you are high tech or not, whether there are lots of employees located in the store who are helping you or not. In an e-commerce setup, whether a person in Lenskart, they are giving this service that okay, you can basically try out the goggles or try out the spectacles on your own while sitting at your home, or probably somebody is going to your doorstep and checking your eyes condition, the power and etc. that is there in your eye. So if those are the services that I am providing, which are part of the shopping experience, that creates an image as well. Then what kind of community service I am doing, whether I am doing good for the society as well. These are not directly related, but when you do community service, people feel happy while buying from that particular retail store, and which gives them a different kind of feeling. So community service also plays a very important role in creating creating the image of the retail store. Obviously, physical attributes do too. When I talk about physical attributes, there is the atmosphere that creates a picture. So, psychological feeling a consumer gets when visiting a retailer is basically is defined by the atmosphere. So, there are two types of retailer: store retailer and non-store retailer. Atmosphere refers to store's physical characteristics in a store retailer. As I told, the physical attributes. That means it is probably what kind of color, what kind of lighting, what kind of I would say layout of the store, whether the layout of the store is very good or not, whether the products are add-on properly or not. All these things will be part of the store retailer. In the case of non-store retailer, that means let's say e-commerce and etc., then the product, the design of the website, whether the website has lots of images or not, whether the website is colorful or not, whether the website is, I would say, it's easy moving or not, if whether you can change from one page to another page swiftly enough or not, whether there are lots of pop-ups that is blocking your activities or not. These are all related to the atmosphere that is created in the, these are physical attributes, these are tangible, visible attributes. These attributes are not related directly with the merchandising or operations, day-to-day operations of the retail store, but that creates the image. If I like the view of, let's say, Amazon over, or let's say if I like the view of Mamaearth over some other retail store, what kind of visuals they are keeping, or what kind of, let's say, the products they are keeping, then and how they are putting those products, how they are putting the descriptions of the products, or whether they are add-on properly, these are all making me interested in that particular purchasing experience and shopping atmosphere. That's why in the non-retail store and the retail store also plays a very important role in creating the image of the particular. So we talked about if you remember, actually we have not talked about, I will talk about a particular case of bestbuy.com. I think I have talked about earlier in the first week, where we talked about that how Best Buy has handled e-commerce retail setup. Let's say if there is a competition that is coming up from the omnichannel marketers, then how Best Buy can. So Best Buy creates its image by changing the retail store, targeting a particular customer. Let's say if my retail store, for example, let's say what Best Buy did is that Best Buy found out that there are lots of customers who are either profitable or not profitable. So first of all, they found out that who are the not profitable customer who comes in the retail store, moves around the retail store, increases the crowd, but they are not contributing much to the retail store. So what they started doing is discouraging these particular people. They were identified and they were giving less amount of services. They were always told to buy a little bit, a few products, and etc. And then for other people who are actually purchasing, they segmented, and they found out there are 5 different kinds of segments of people that comes to them. Like if you search for Best Buy in Google, just go and search for Best Buy Barry stores or Buzz stores or Lily stores. So Buzz, Barry, Lily, this kind of 5 different kind of stores they have created. Barry is a person who is basically a very high class, I would say, professional. He is a doctor or lawyer or a very successful businessman or very successful entrepreneur who comes to this Best Buy, which is an e-commerce, which is an electronics store, brick and mortar store electronics, who comes and buys products from them. On the other hand, there is a person called Buzz who is a family person, or Lily, I think, who is again a family person, female. So family, a working mother, Lily, and a family person. The family person will be very practical. He will be buying products of household items. He will be focusing on, he will be price sensitive. He will be focusing on deals and etc. On the other hand, Lily, who is a working mother, that particular segment also focuses on 2 things. While Buzz will a little bit may focus on his own personal needs also. Let's say he might spend a little bit of money on games or on video games and etc. While Lily will not do that. Lily will spend most of the money on kitchen items or kids products. So the games that he will buy, she will buy is for the kids rather than for her. So this is another profile. Both Buzz and Lily will be sorry. Both Lily and this person will be will be basically more concerned towards the price sensitive, and there will be more concerned towards household items. Buzz, I actually told it differently. Buzz is a person who is a young college going person. He might be a male or he might be a female, predominantly male, and he spends a lot of money on good quality but recently developed or recently launched items. So he is a fast mover almost in the electronics products, and he does not buy household items. He buys means personal usage kind of items, like let's say earphone, or let's say some laptops, some new mobile phones, and etc. He and most of the multimedia products this person will buy. And then BB4B, I think Best Buy for Business, something like that. There is another segment which is small businesses. So which are buying all the products from Best Buy in a bulk amount for their own business purpose usage. And these are basically products that are bought are office products like printers and laptops and this and that. Now, if I know that in this particular, if I'm putting my store in a business district where most of the people will be either BB4B or baddie, or probably a few of, let's say, them will be Lily or the family going person, I will be majorly focusing on these baddies or BB4Bs in this particular retail store, because I know that more number of baddies are staying in this locality, or they're moving in this locality, they come to my store. So I will put up the store by looks and feels. The atmosphere of the store will be focused on baddie. So there will be very classy sofas inside this thing for somebody to rest. So leather coated and etc. etc. So there will be more amount of products which are AI enabled, which are automated. On the other hand, the same Best Buy, if it is in a college location, let's say in a college district, or in a college city, means where in a university city we see lots of this kind of retail store, I will come up with more of a store which is Buzz oriented. There will be lots of multimedia items which is not AI enabled, high class multimedia items, which are new, cheap, good quality multimedia items, which gives value for money to the Buzz kind of candidates, Buzz kind of consumers. So the atmosphere should also be in sync with the type of people that you are coming in. It's possible when doing this is possible when your retail store is not very big. If your retail store is very big, at least you keep certain part of that retail store which is specifically designed for a particular customer segment, so that when they come, they can actually access that particular space and they can feel that what these retail activities, let's say for e-commerce or let's say for electronics or so, how these particular items will feel in their home when they buy it or when they use it. So those kind of focused atmosphere creation is very important. You can study about this Buzz and Baddie store in Best Buy. You can go and search in Google. It's a very prominent case study. There are lots of news items that you can find out based on this, and please read about that. Then comes visual merchandising. What is visual merchandising? It's a proactive, integrated atmospherics approach aimed to create a certain look, properly display products, stimulate shopping behavior, and enhance physical behavior. So what is merchandising? The word merchandising means that we are keeping products in such a way such that more number of people will buy it. For example, let's say I put the soap and shampoo close by, or I put, let's say, the detergent and scrubs close by, or I put the utensils and detergent close by, the utensils and dishwashers close by, dishwashing gels or dishwashing foams close by, so that whenever the person is buying this will also buy that. I keep toothbrush and toothpaste close by. So these are merchandising technique. Merchandising means how to keep the products, on what products to keep and how to keep, such that more sales can be created. Now, visual merchandising is something that is coming up in the when a retailer becomes image focused. It is trying to stimulate the consumer behavior, the shopping behavior of the consumer, the I would say interest of the consumer through visuals, through promoting lots of good looking kind of a product. Either the product is good looking, or you are giving a signal that if you want the product you will be good looking, or you are giving the signal that this particular product will fit in your house a lot. So those visual setups are getting created a lot. For example, the models, the mannequins that is there, and you put the product on them, is done for that. And now these are not old school kind of models which are like which have only a certain kind of setup. It's not, now people are designing mannequins which are of different shape. They are standing or sitting in a different position. So those are visual merchandising that we are doing so that people gets interested in the product. Similarly, in an e-commerce setup, you will see that okay, the live models are coming up and wearing the products and showing and displaying the products, and you can probably hover the cursor over and you can show the picture in a broader way. You can sometimes run a video inside the e-commerce platform. In the picture there will be 4 pictures and 1 video. You can run the video and you can see that how the product is actually being shown inside the house, how the product is being used inside the house if it is an electronics product. So all these are facilities. Sometimes the dimensions and etc. are also shown inside the picture. So these are visual merchandising that you are doing. You are enhancing you are using the atmosphere, whether it is e-commerce or whether it is brick and mortar store. You are using the visuals, the image, the pictures, the colors to entice a person in the shopping behavior. So this becomes an important factor. So atmospheric leads to shop image, and atmospheric also leads to shopping, more shopping through visual merchandising. For example, it's a warehouse store image. It looks like this. There are lots of. It's a huge warehouse. So look at the warehouse. It's not well lit. The lights are at the top. It's not well lit. It's a huge store. There is I don't see, probably there is not an AC that is available in this particular store, and there will be less amount of I would say design in the particular store. The walls are not designed, the roofs are not designed, there is no false ceiling in the roof. There will be warehouse very high roof, and probably those are made out of tin or some kind of asbestos or something like that, and lots of iron rods and etc. is being shown out inside. So it gives you a shabby feeling. It gives you the feeling that okay, there is nothing more. It's only the products are there, no extra services you can expect. And the rack sizes are very high. The rack sizes are very high gives you a feeling that okay, the product, all the job that I'm doing in a warehouse store is getting the product here. You do your job and get the product from that height. I am not going to help you. Or there might be a few person to help you, but most of the time you have to bring it up. So it gives a feeling in the whole setup that I am doing cost cutting. And I am doing cost cutting means that I am giving you the lowest possible price. If a product is priced there $5, then it is not possible to give you lower than $5. That kind of feeling that I am trying to give. Whether it is actually the truth or not, I don't care. At least the retailer can create that image. Retailer is trying to create that image that okay, by showing that there is absolutely no services, no design, just the amount of services and atmospherics has been created, just the amount such that it is just right, not anything extra, no freebies is there. If those kind of cases that you are creating, you are basically creating this image that the product availability is high and the product prices are low, and that is the lowest possible that this particular retail store can do. So by doing all this kind of image, you are creating the feeling to the consumer that they are getting value for money. So warehouse, that is how it's a live example of how store image can play on your shopping behavior. What are the elements of an atmosphere? There are lots of, as I told, so store font, marquee, and then store entrances, display windows, exterior building height, surrounding stores and areas, parking facilities, these are all part of exteriors which can impact the retail store. So, other than that, the store layout, the general interior and the interior displays. So, first we talk about the exterior. What is the outside thing that gives you an idea? For example, how the storefront is, whether there is a, so sometimes you will see the storefront is just created, whether there is a balloon kind of shaped this thing, balloon kind of shaped entrance, which is a welcoming entrance. If there is no door in the entrance, let's say the entrance has no doors at all, so there is this much of a big entrance and there will be two person is standing in that entrance who are security guards, but there is no doors at all, which is a welcoming kind of entrance. However, there are other stores which do not have those kind of entrance. It's warehouse stores which might have a let's say entrance which is glass door entrance. So the moment there is a door there, which is that's less welcoming. So you might want to create a welcoming kind of atmosphere outside the store, so that people can come in. Obviously, parking facilities is whether there is there. What is the surrounding area? Whether the surrounding area has lots of foods and other items that are available, or it is located very outside where lots of congestion is there. You will see that many retail stores face problem because of congestion. Probably let's say there is one retail store which is facing problem because other retail store is driving the traffic. There are lots of traffic for a big bazaar in a locality, but there are stores beside big bazaar which are not selling complementary items. Let's say they will face problem. So then what kind of stores are outside? What kind of stores are available outside, and whether you are selling complementary items and whether you are expressing those that I am selling this complementary item makes huge difference. What are the display windows? Whether you are using those windows to attract customers, whether you are probably putting out lots of advertisements outside the particular retail store, creates a difference. That also creates the atmosphere which in turn creates the image of the particular retail store. Now, exterior is not a concern for e-commerce websites. They might think that okay, exterior is not something that is related to my area, so I will not talk about that in the context of e-commerces. Then comes store layout. Let's say store layout. Okay, so I will talk about first general interior displays, and last I will go to store layout. So what are the store entrance, the exterior? How many entrances are needed? This is an important question. What type of entrance is best? As I was telling just now, the closed one or the open one, that is an important factor. How should the walkaway be designed? Means whether there will be a stroller that will allow the stroller up to the parking facility, whether there will be roads that will lead to the stroller up to the parking facility, or what is the walkway? Means whether people will be having a broad walkway or there will be very narrow walkway at different locations, different directions. These actually play into the mind of the consumers, and you have to design that properly depending on the situation. If it is a business district kind of retail store, one kind of walkway design will work. If it is a I would say a retail store which is located outside the city in a secluded position, then another kind of walkway will work. So you have to think about that depending on your context. Now, what are the general interiors? General interiors are, as I was telling, the flooring, the colors, lighting, sound, store fixtures, wall textures, temperature, aisle space, personnel, merchandise, price levels, technology. These are all part of general interior, which will some way or other impacting your retail image. And next is store layout. So what we will do is we'll stop here for this particular lecture, and in the next lecture onward I will talk about these two other things. One is store layout and another is interior displays, and how that can impact your overall atmosphere in the retail store. So thank you very much for being with me, and I will see you in the next video.